Hi guys, welcome to another video from Little Too Simple. If the title of this video surprised you, we assure you that we are not out of our minds and no, Elon Musk is actually not the richest person in the world, and he himself agreed to this, being at a net worth of over $200 billion. And when asked about being perceived as the richest person on earth, this is what he said.
I think Putin is significantly richer than me.
Even though Elon mentioned Putin in this clip, there are many other people who are significantly richer than Elon Musk, and we will tell you who these people are in today's video, along with the reason for why people like us do not see these unimaginably rich people in the world's richest people list ever. If you find these kinds of videos interesting, then please explore our channel for many more interesting videos on the topics of personal finance, financial success stories, and business case studies. Now let's roll. If I were to ask you about who is currently the richest person in the world, most likely your answer would be Elon Musk, and based on where you get your information from, you're not wrong when you think that Elon Musk is currently the world's richest man, because you might have seen it or heard it on some news or read it on some website or some newspaper. But did you ever think about where do these news channels or websites or radio stations or newspapers get this information from? Almost all of them get this information from one main source: Forbes' Billionaires list, and Forbes in turn gets a lot of the information required to compile this list from Bloomberg, or more specifically from a portal called Bloomberg Terminal, whose subscription costs upwards of $20,000 per year, per account. And this is where the problem lies, as there are only two ways to know about a person's net worth. One way is to directly ask the person about how much their net worth is, and the other way is to depend on the publicly available information. And as you might expect, almost all the billionaires will never tell you or anyone about how much their net worth is. And because of that, most of the net worth provided online are estimates that are derived from publicly available information such as SEC filings. Since any person who owns more than 1% stock of any publicly traded company is legally obligated to declare it to the SEC. Almost all the billionaires who own a decent part of any publicly traded company are forced to declare it, and Bloomberg Terminal tracks this information very closely and provides it to those entities such as Forbes, who use this information to put together the world's billionaires list. Similarly, even private companies are legally required to declare some information about their shareholders to the SEC, and Bloomberg Terminal tracks this information as well, which Forbes uses. Because the Forbes Billionaires list is built entirely based on this publicly available information, this list doesn't include people, details of whose wealth are not available publicly, and hence they are never included in the list of the world's richest people. Hence, we can say that Elon Musk is the richest among all the billionaires whose net worth can be estimated to a certain extent using the publicly available information. But there are a lot of people who are too good at hiding or keeping their wealth a secret. Because of the secrecy, we do not know about these extremely rich people, despite them being way richer than Elon Musk, and some of them include: there are a few royal families in the Middle East that are worth trillions of dollars, and there are a few members of these royal families who are rumored to be worth more than $500 billion. One such person is Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. His estimated net worth is in between $500 billion to $1 trillion. This, combined with the fact that there are quite a few wealthy royal families in the Middle Eastern countries such as UAE, Kuwait, Yemen, Oman, Qatar, etc., with some significant figures controlling most of the family wealth in each of these families. It can be said without a doubt that there would be a handful of people from the Middle Eastern royal families who are worth a lot more than Elon Musk. As shown in the beginning of this video, Elon Musk himself thinks that Putin is way richer than him. Even though Elon Musk only pointed out Putin, there are quite a few heads of states in the Middle East and in Africa who could be worth a lot more than Elon Musk. But in a lot of cases, these heads of states build their fortune in not necessarily legitimate ways. This forces them to keep the size of their fortune a secret. But there have been instances where the fortunes of heads of states were revealed after lost battles and wars. Those instances are evidence of the fortunes that a head of state can amass if they want to. Because most heads of states amass their fortunes through oligarchs by enabling oligarchs to accumulate huge fortunes for them. More often than not, most oligarchs are also worth a huge fortune. It's unfortunate, but even today, there are a few countries that are run by dictators who settle for nothing less than absolute control over their country's economy and its people. Because dictators exercise absolute control over their country's economy, they have access to unimaginable amount of funds, and in a few cases their net worth is more than the GDP of the country that they control. So, few dictators are definitely worth more than Elon Musk. By this point, you would have realized that Elon Musk is definitely not the richest person in the world currently, but is the richest among the people whose net worth can be tracked using some publicly available and verifiable information. It's sad that almost all the people who are richer than Elon Musk are opposers of democracy or anti-democratic, but it's the harsh reality of today's world. Thanks if you have made it this far into the video, and see you all again in the next video.